After 60, walking alone can fool you into thinking your body is getting stronger, but your muscles, balance, and joints may still be getting weaker every single week. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share simple, science-backed health tips like this every single day. Here's the thing. Walking is good. It helps your heart, it helps your mood, it gets you moving. But for many adults over 60, it is not enough by itself. Not enough for leg strength, but for real power. Not enough for balance, but for steady steps. Not enough for getting up off the floor, climbing stairs, or catching yourself before a fall. For years, health professionals who work with older adults have seen the same pattern again and again. The people who stay independent the longest usually do more than walk. They train the exact skills aging tries to steal from you: strength, balance, joint control, confidence. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 exercises that can do that better than a simple walk around the block. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think walking covers everything. It does not. Walking is mainly forward motion. Same speed, same pattern, same muscles doing the same job over and over. But daily life is messy, isn't it? You reach, you twist, you step sideways, you stand up from low chairs, you carry groceries, you catch your balance when the dog pulls the leash. That takes more than walking. A 2023 research review from Harvard Medical School and Hebrew Senior Life found that Tai Chi improved mobility and balance in older adults better than conventional exercise in several tests. People finished a 50-foot walk 1.84 seconds faster, stood on one leg 6 seconds longer with eyes open, and improved their timed up and go score too. That matters because your body does not age in straight lines. It ages in weak links. And walking does not always fix those weak links. Look, I'm not telling you to stop walking. Not at all. I'm telling you not to depend on walking alone. That's a huge difference. In fact, a 2018 Stanford-led trial in adults age 70 and older at high risk of falling found that Tai Chi reduced falls by 58% compared with stretching and by 31% compared with a more standard mixed exercise program. Did you catch that? Not a little better. A lot better. So let's count down the 5 exercises that can give you more than walking after 60, and make sure you stay until number 1 because it may be the single best move for staying independent at home. Number 5, chair stands. Most people think this is too basic to matter, but actually, this may be one of the most important movements in your whole day. Why? Because every time you get off the toilet, out of the car, or up from the couch, you are doing a chair stand. If that motion gets weak, life gets smaller fast. Your hips and thighs are like the engine in a car. Walking uses that engine, yes, but chair stands make it push. They force your glutes, which are your butt muscles, and your quads, which are the big muscles in the front of your thighs, to work together. That is what helps you rise, steady yourself, and move with control. A 2023 study from the University of Missouri found that older adults who completed the Stay Strong, Stay Healthy Resistance program kept up exercise habits on their own and reported better sleep, higher energy, and more confidence in daily life. The program included moves like squats and lunges, which train the same muscles used in chair stands. That is not just exercise. That is practice for real life. So how do you do chair stands a safe way? Sit in a sturdy chair that does not slide. Put your feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Scoot slightly toward the front edge. Lean your chest forward like you are pointing your nose over your toes. Press through your heels, stand all the way up, then lower down slowly. Not a drop, a slow lower. That lowering part matters because it trains control. Start with 5 repetitions, rest, then do another 5. If that feels okay, build up to 2 or 3 sets of 8 to 10. If you need help at first, place your hands on the armrests or your thighs. If you want more challenge later, cross your arms over your chest or hold a light bag with 3 to 5 pounds. What should you eat to support this? Right after or within a few hours, aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein. That could be 1 cup of Greek yogurt, or 3 eggs plus a glass of milk, or about 3 ounces of chicken with half a cup of beans. Protein is like repair material. If exercise is the hammer, protein is the wood. Quick question. Have you noticed it feels harder to get up from a low couch or toilet than it did a few years ago? Comment yes or no below. Now here's the part many people miss. Don't rush chair stands. If you move too fast, your stronger muscles cheat and your weaker muscles hide. Slow and steady wins here. And if you feel knee discomfort, raise the chair height with a firm cushion. Small change, big difference. But wait until you see number 4, because this one is gentle on the joints and surprisingly powerful for people who say, my knees just can't take much anymore. Number 4, cycling. Most people think cycling is only for athletes or people with fancy bikes, but actually it can be one of the most joint-friendly ways to build endurance and leg strength after 60. Not pounding, but pedaling. Not jarring, but smooth. Think about your knee like a door hinge. Walking is fine for the hinge, but cycling helps oil the hinge while strengthening the muscles around it. That matters because strong muscles take stress off the joint. A 2024 study led by Baylor College of Medicine and highlighted by UMass Chan Medical School looked at 2,607 adults with an average age of 64.3. Researchers found that people with a history of bicycling had a lower prevalence of frequent knee pain and lower signs of radiographic and symptomatic osteoarthritis later in life. Osteoarthritis simply means the wear and tear form of arthritis, and the more life stages people bicycled in, the stronger that protective pattern looked. That should make you stop and think, shouldn't it? For years, many people feared that exercise would wear out the knees, but this study points the other way. The right movement may help protect them. If you have a stationary bike, start with 5 to 10 minutes at easy effort. You should be able to talk while pedaling. Set the seat high enough so your knee stays slightly bent at the bottom, not locked straight. If your hips rock side to side, the seat is probably too high. If your knees feel jammed at the top, it is likely too low. No bike at home? Try a recumbent bike at a community center. That is the one with a backrest. It feels more stable and is often easier on sore backs. Start 3 times a week. Add 1 or 2 minutes each session until you reach 20 to 30 minutes. Pair cycling days with foods that support steady energy. One good option is a banana and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter before exercise, or a small bowl of oatmeal. Afterward, add protein. A tuna sandwich, 1 cup of cottage cheese, or about 4 ounces of salmon works well. Your muscles run on fuel, not good intentions. If outdoor biking is not for you, that's okay. The goal is the pedaling motion, not the perfect setup. Even a seated pedal machine under your desk can help if walking hurts. But wait until you see number 3, because this next exercise is one of the best ways to train something walking almost never trains well enough: saving yourself from a fall. Number 3, Tai Chi. Most people think Tai Chi is too slow to count as exercise, but actually that slowness is the secret. Slow movement forces your body to pay attention. It is like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly your feet, ankles, hips, and core all start talking to each other again. Balance is not one thing, it is teamwork. Your eyes, inner ears, nerves, feet, and muscles all send signals at once. Tai Chi trains that system like a traffic cop, directing cars from every direction. A 2018 study reported by Stanford Medicine followed 670 adults aged 70 and older who were at high risk of falling. After 24 weeks, the Tai Chi group had 58% fewer falls than the stretching group and 31% fewer falls than the multimodal exercise group. That is a massive result. Then a 2023 review from Harvard Medical School and Hebrew Senior Life looked at 12 studies with 2,901 participants. Compared with conventional exercise, Tai Chi helped older adults walk faster, stand longer on one leg, and improve timed up-and-go performance. In plain English, it helped them move with more control. So how do you start? Keep it simple. You do not need to memorize 100 moves. Start with 10 minutes of beginner Tai Chi, 2 or 3 times a week. Use a chair or countertop nearby if that makes you feel safer. Focus on 3 things: soft knees, tall posture, and slow weight shifts from one foot to the other. If even that feels like too much, begin with this. Stand behind a chair. Hold the back lightly. Shift your weight to your right foot for 3 seconds, then to your left foot for 3 seconds. Repeat 10 times. That is a basic balance pattern. Small move, big brain signal. Support this kind of training with foods that help muscle and nerve function. Aim for protein again, but also foods rich in magnesium and potassium. 1 cup of cooked spinach, 1 small baked potato, or half an avocado can help. These minerals help muscles contract and relax the right way. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Now listen carefully. Tai Chi is not about sweating more. It is about wobbling less. And after 60, that trait is worth a lot. But number two may surprise you, because this is an exercise many people already have in their homes and still ignore every day. Number two, stair climbing. Most people think stairs are just a nuisance, but actually stairs can be a built-in strength machine. Every step asks your legs to lift your body against gravity. Walking on flat ground does not do that to the same degree. Gravity is your free personal trainer. Not comfortable, but effective. And when you climb stairs, your calves, thighs, hips, heart, and lungs all have to wake up together. A 2018 study reported through the North American Menopause Society found that postmenopausal women with high blood pressure who trained by climbing 192 steps 2 to 5 times a day, 4 days a week, reduced arterial stiffness, lowered blood pressure, and increased leg strength. Arterial stiffness means your blood vessels lose some of their stretch. Less stretch can make the heart work harder. So this matters. Now let me be clear. I am not telling you to race upstairs. I am telling you to use stairs like medicine. Small dose, correct dose. If you are new to this, start with one flight once a day. Hold the railing. Step up at a steady pace. Rest at the top. Come down slowly. If a full flight is too much, use the bottom step only. Step up with the right foot, then the left. Step down with the right, then the left. Do that for 30 seconds. Rest. Repeat 3 times. This is also a great place to use the talk test. If you can still speak in short sentences, the effort is probably about right. If you are gasping, slow down. Because stairs work hard, give your body some recovery fuel. A simple option is 8 to 12 ounces of milk, or 1 cup of soy milk, or about 3 ounces of turkey with fruit. Add water too. Even mild dehydration can make you feel weak and dizzy, especially when changing levels. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. And now we come to number 1. In many ways, this is the big one, the one that attacks the real problem under the surface. Number 1, resistance band training. Most people think bands are too light to matter, but actually, resistance bands may be one of the smartest tools for adults over 60. Cheap, simple, portable, and easy on sore joints. Not flashy, but effective. Here's the real issue after 60. You do not just lose stamina, you lose muscle. That age-related muscle loss is called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia simply means shrinking muscle with age, and walking alone usually does not challenge the upper body or the pulling muscles of the back enough to slow that down. A 2023 study from the University of Missouri found that older adults in a structured resistance program reported higher energy, better sleep, and more confidence, while earlier work on that same program showed gains in muscle strength, balance, and flexibility with lower fall risk. And if you zoom out even further, research from Penn State has shown that older adults who meet strength training guidelines have lower odds of early death than those who do not. The message is simple. Strength work changes more than muscles. It changes your future. So, what should you do with a band? Start with 3 moves: seated row, chest press, and side steps. For the seated row, sit tall, loop the band around your feet, hold the ends, and pull your elbows back like you are trying to squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades. For the chest press, place the band behind your back and press forward slowly. For side steps, place the band around your ankles or just above the knees and step sideways with control. Do 8 to 12 repetitions of each move. 1 or 2 sets is enough at first. Aim for 2 or 3 days a week, not every day. Your muscles need recovery time to rebuild. And yes, food matters here more than people think. After band work, aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein. That could be 1 scoop of whey protein in milk, or 4 ounces of fish with rice, or 1 cup of Greek yogurt plus nuts. Also make sure you get enough vitamin D and calcium through foods like milk, yogurt, fortified soy milk, sardines, or eggs. These nutrients support muscle and bone working together. Want a simple rule? If an exercise makes daily life easier within a few weeks, it is probably worth keeping. If it only burns calories but does not improve strength, balance, or control, it may not be enough by itself after 60. Let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but you do need to be smart. If you have severe osteoporosis, recent surgery, uncontrolled blood pressure, chest pain, serious dizziness, numbness, or a history of frequent falls, talk to your doctor or physical therapist before starting a new routine. If your joints swell, if pain keeps getting worse, or if you feel faint during exercise, stop and get checked. Also remember this: soreness that fades in a day or 2 can be normal. Sharp pain is not. Joint pressure can be okay. Stabbing pain is not. Feeling challenged is fine. Feeling unsafe is not. And if you take medicines that affect blood pressure or balance, stand up slowly after seated exercises. So you're convinced but thinking, how do I actually do this? Start small, really small. On Monday, do 5 chair stands. On Tuesday, pedal or march in place for 10 minutes. On Wednesday, practice 5 to 10 minutes of Tai Chi or simple weight shifts. On Thursday, use a resistance band for 1 set. On Friday, climb 1 flight of stairs or use 1 bottom step for 3 short rounds. Weekend, walk if you enjoy it. That's a simple week. If money is tight, use what you already have. A sturdy chair, a staircase, a park bench, a cheap resistance band, a borrowed stationary bike at the senior center. You do not need a fancy gym. You need consistency. That is where the magic lives. Look, there's a lot of noise out there. One person says walk more. Another says lift heavy. Another says stretch every day. You don't need to overthink this. You need exercises that help you stand up stronger, move more steadily, protect your joints, and stay independent longer. Start with just chair stands or a resistance band row. That's it. Let your body answer back. Your body will tell you if it's working by making daily life easier. Easier stairs, easier standing, easier balance, more confidence. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.